So if you're watching this video and you haven't watched my last two videos, please go ahead and watch those two so you have some sort of inclination as to what we're discussing here. Now brace yourself, because I am going to be weaving in a little bit of a simulation hypothesis in order to tie all of these ideas together. For all of the ideas introduced in the last two videos and this one to work, you have to at least be open to the idea that we could be living in a simulation. So in the previous video, a lot of people were asking, well, what exactly is an NPC? So an NPC stands for non-playable character or non-player character. It's actually a video game terminology, and it describes an avatar in a video game that is controlled by the simulation instead of a human being. They tend to be like quest givers or villains, right? Sometimes, a lot of the times, actually all the time, a main boss in a game is an NPC, but they're typically filler characters in a video game whose function is to advance the plot of the video game in some way and to make the game feel more immersive. The philosophical or reality-based equivalent of that would be something called a philosophical zombie. A philosophical zombie is someone who appears human by all accounts, but lacks a consciousness or a conscious experience. Now, to tie that into what we've been discussing in the last two videos in terms of quantum immortality and what happens to your consciousness when you die. There may be versions of yourself in parallel universes that are essentially philosophical zombies, right? They don't house a consciousness, they're controlled by the simulation in a way, and then when you die and shift over, that's when they become conscious, right? That's when they become aware. People don't like this theory, by the way, for obvious reasons, because the idea that even in our reality, there may be people sort of walking around without a consciousness that appear human, but maybe, are lacking qualia, and you can see how it kind of gets sort of iffy. So I was actually very hesitant to record this video because I didn't want to really hear it, but it would help to explain why certain people suddenly experience dramatic shifts in their personalities, right? Or become more aware all of a sudden. Now, what I am willing to state is that perhaps the truly villainous amongst us, like throughout histories, perhaps those are the NPCs or the philosophical zombies of our reality, like the Stalins, Mussolini, George W. Bush. So could there be real life zombies, philosophical zombies or NPCs in our simulated reality? I don't know. Sometimes I do wonder, like especially with everything that's going on right now.